All right, all right. Looks like we are live now. Um, Welcome everybody. Y'all know me. My name is Justice, social justice doula for Real Justice Network in Kansas City, and I have, of course, my partner in crime. Go ahead and say
Hello.
hey. And we're at it again. Just trying to do good things in the community. Um, Y'all know this year with coronavirus, with the pandemic, everything's been crazy and everything everywhere has been on fire. And the same goes for Fayette, Missouri. What the heck is going on there? I know some of y'all sent me um, links when there's a house for sale there that has a jail in it. People were kind of up in arms about that. But look, it's more than just a house with a jail in it going on in Fayette. It's some other things going on. And I have some guests to talk to us. We're going to talk to them about what's been happening. Christopher, please introduce yourself to everybody.
Hi, I'm Christopher Turner from CMU. I'm playing football here at CMU in Fayette, Missouri. Um, and I'm originally from Memphis, Tennessee.
Thank you, thank you. And you've got a couple of friends there with you, a couple of other students who attend Mizzou. I see Torrance over there. Go ahead and put your face in the camera. Introduce yourself.
You first.
Okay. I'm Gina Stacy. I'm originally from Jefferson City, Missouri. I go here to CMU, and I'm a psych major here. So yeah.
All righty. And who else do we have?
I'm Torrance Evans. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. I go to school at Central Methodist also, and also play football. And according to the police here, I'm his partner in crime. So,
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Yeah, let's dig into that because our group, Real Justice Network, we got a message from, Janice one day asking about helping you get out of jail. Um, you were on this $50,000 cash bond, which was ridiculous to me, a person who, does bailouts all the time. And, you know, it was tough, right? You were in there for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that, and then we'll dip into what's happening now.
Well, I went to jail on false accusations. The guy who took me to jail actually um, called me out of my name. Um, the N word twice back to back. He kicked my door, broke my door. He had his gun drawn on me while I was naked. So like yeah, it was just a terrible experience. Just being arrested by itself, not alone, getting into a small car um, where you're telling them that hey, I'm too big for this car. Can you go get a bigger car? Then you're also getting booked and they're just humiliating you while you're getting booked into jail, making you strip all the way down naked. You have to show them your parts, and basically trying to make you feel less of a man. Um, so the whole experience just was terrible. Uh, also, even going to jail and being in jail for that was something that I met. It was just terrible. Me not being able to see my girlfriend, not being able to play football, not being able to go to school. I missed like two school because of this. Um, so it's just like everything was just terrible. It was just a terrible experience.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of humiliation. Um, and I'm really, really sorry that you had to experience that there. And this is no doubt a wrongful arrest. Um, you didn't do what they're claiming that you did, and they don't have any evidence uh, to these so-called allegations. Um, and so you're a senior in college. What's your major?
I'm Social studies, but I'm focusing in criminal justice. So most of all my classes are criminal justice.
Okay. And so criminal justice major, trucking along, almost finished. This is your senior year, playing ball, and all of a sudden, this happens in this town. Can y'all just describe this town just a little bit for people who may not know?
Um,
It's kind of, it's rural, very rural,
it's eerie.
Yeah, you get the eerie feeling, especially if you like a person of a different race, because it's just like it seems as if the town is stuck.
Yes.
And it's super
you know
small,
what I mean?
yeah.
It's stuck in the time of the 50s, the 60s, and
everybody's intertwined. Everybody knows everything. Everybody's got connection.
The stores have mostly white workers, mostly white employees, I should say. And the black employees only work the night shift, and even if they work the daytime, they mainly work in the back. So you don't see the black employees for a reason. Even when it's at gas station, it's mainly white. It's a mainly white gas station. It's a mainly white police. It's all white police station. It's an all white sheriff in jail. Like you just come to this town and everything is all white. Everything is basically still segregated.
Yeah. But it's plenty of black people here. It's plenty.
Yes, and they even have a park called the Black Park that looks terrible, and we can take pictures of it and send it to you. And they also have a park that people call White Park, gorgeous to say. And so, even just the differences of a park within like 2 miles from each other, it's like one is called the Black Park because that's where all the black people go, and it looks terrible, and then the White Park where and it looks great. So that shows you how bad things are still behind and how they still work in the past here.
Yeah,
they still live in the past. They haven't come forward with they haven't moved forward.
like the bigger cities around.
Yeah,
and the reason that town is still so small is because of that. You know what I mean? Like the situation that we're in right now is because of this. That's why this town, they know if they do stuff like this, it won't grow. They know people won't come to it. Because what sister and city, Columbia, Missouri is, that's a diverse city. There's plenty of people there. It's big, and
no one comes.
This town is just like stuck. It is. It's not trying to move forward. If you is trying to come through and do something different, they're trying to stop.
Yeah, they're going to shut you down. Do everything they can to shut you down.
The sheriff even told me. I mean, even said to my girlfriend that he's trying to ruin my career, like he did an old player that used to go here.
So he's done this before. He literally said, "I'm going to ruin your career."
Yeah,
Wow.
He literally said, "I'm gonna try to ruin his career just like we did Darius." And I didn't know about that at the time until he told me and brought it to my attention. So
what's Darius' last name?
What's Darius's last name? Do y'all know?
Stokes.
Darius Stokes.
And what year was that? Do you know?
I think last year.
So I just want to clarify what I heard. There are no black police officers in this town. There's no black court officials or anybody who's in some kind of high office of authority. It's just not happening there. And you're describing mainly white workers in the daytime and black employees in the evening shifts. Wow.
Limited black employees.
Limited.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that gives people kind of a sense of what we're talking about. So when we came down,
live in a sundown town.
Yeah, it's like a sundown town.
Yes.
When we came, and I've been all over Missouri, but I just always passed straight over Fayette. and I've never stopped there before until I came up to visit with you all a couple of Sundays ago. And just even driving into where you all were, it felt just so
Terrible.
eerie. Um, and I couldn't imagine being a Black person living there and having to get into the back of a police car like that. Just the thought of that is traumatic to me.
Doesn't sound like it. Doesn't feel like advancement.
So, right. Um, so let's dip a little bit further because you're on scholarship. We were trying to get you out, making sure to preserve your scholarship, trying to make sure that you got back in school, and things got started off for your senior year, and then you had to get on this ankle monitor.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, which is, if y'all don't know, me doing this work with bailing people out of jail, this is one of the tricks that's used. It's a surveillance. It's a pre-trial condition where you have to submit to an ankle monitor. You may have to submit to a urinalysis or any other conditions that the judge may see fit. And usually it has to make sense. It has to deal with whatever they said you've done. Many times I've seen submission for urinalysis that make no sense to me. And, you know, the person bears the cost of all this. So, Christopher, you've had to try to find resources to help pay to get this ankle monitor on,
Yes.
for being wrongfully arrested from something you didn't do. And here you are having to pay
Simple accusation, though.
for an accusation.
Basically.
And so let's stop right there. Let's talk about that ankle monitor situation real quick, because that was crazy.
Yeah, it was 560 up front. It was 360 for the ankle money and 200 deposit, and it's $360 a month. It's That's $90 a week for an ankle monitor for me, and telling me that I can only go to school, work, and school events, and I can't go anywhere outside of that. I can't go get medicines. I asked, can I go get Tylenol because I have because the hospital, and they told me that I'm gonna need Tylenol because it's gonna hurt a little bit, and I'm gonna need Tylenol, and I got told no, else has to go get your medicine, even if no one live with you, you can't go grocery shopping. No one can live with me. If I didn't have a girlfriend, if I didn't have a friend, if I just lived by myself, I would be. I can't get medicine, so that means if I was on any kind of meds, any kind of diabetes medicine, anything, I couldn't go get medicine. That mean I couldn't go get my insulin. That mean I would die because I'd be sitting here not being able to get anything. So it's just like you're basically in jail at home. Um, you're basically in jail at home. So instead of you being able to actually live a normal life like regular people, they tell you no, you can't live a normal life. You're not a regular person. You know, it's just tough. It's like it's real tough.
And that fee continues. So it continues until the judge decides that it doesn't.
Yeah, it's $360 a month. It doesn't stop until the judge tell me I can take it off, which is basically said until the case is over. So
The other thing that happened as a result of this wrongful arrest is the loss of your employment. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
um, I went in to check on my employment situation to see if I would be able to go to work the same day or the next day, and I was I met with the actual CEO of the business, and she actually told me that she was trying to research to see if I could work, and I was like, and I asked her why couldn't I work? I haven't been convicted of anything yet, and I told her I didn't do anything, and if you believed in me and you actually um, trusted in me, then you would know that I didn't do anything, and she still told me, well, since you're being charged, um, since you're being charged with a since you were charged with this crime, we can't let you work right now. I explained to her I was charged, but I was wrongfully accused. So it's no reason for me to be um, unemployed, not working. So I should say. So she told me that I can't work until the case is over.
Okay. I've just added in one of organizers, Misha, who is finishing up something there. She's gonna join in and talk to us as well. So you've not been convicted of a crime, but you lost your job anyway. So when I talk to people all the time about situations like this and the spiral effect of somebody becoming arrested and then trying to get out and go grab everything, including their jobs and whatever. And it oftentimes results in what's happening with you right now, a loss of a job. So here you are, you're a student, wrongfully arrested, um, under this 50,000 cash bond, um, scrambled to try to get you out. Got out after 3 weeks on an ankle monitor that
Mm,
you have to pay for. What is that, $90 a week?
mm,
And you lost the job that you had to bring in income because of the wrongful arrest.
yes.
And now, because you're not able to bring in, your money from your job, you're unable to pay, your rent, utilities, things like that. So it has this downward spiraling effect on your life right now.
On top of that, you're not allowed to play ball.
Yeah, yeah. Speak up a little louder.
I said, and on top of that, you're not allowed to play ball, correct?
Let's find out what's
But,
going on with the ball situation too.
but now I've been told. I was told Monday that I wouldn't travel. I was advised Monday that I wasn't traveling with the team, even though all last year I wasn't able to play, but I traveled to every game. I went to every practice. No matter if it was 4:30 in the morning, I was there. So now that I got told Monday that oh you're not traveling this week, meaning that I'm not playing in the game, and so now I'm sitting waiting on answers from the board of CMU, Board of Central Methodist, to give us answers to see can I play or not.
So you're not. So let's back up a little bit. So for people who don't know, when people are um, told that they have to wear an ankle monitor, usually the judge will issue some kind of form that informs the ankle monitor company of the restrictions that you have. And so, from what we do know, is that Christopher um, had unrestricted, was not restricted for school, for work, and to participate in playing football, athletic activities. All of that is included in the judge's order for Chris. However, the school is taking it upon themselves to tell him that he can't play. So let's talk about that real quick. You haven't been convicted of a crime, but the school is saying you can't play. What do you all think, or what have they told you is the reason?
Um, they haven't given me a reason. They haven't given me a reason at all. The only thing they've told me was that I couldn't play and that I have to wait until I get an answer from the board. They're telling me that hey, you have an ankle monitor on and you have an open case. Just because I have an open case, even though I haven't been convicted of anything, they said, "Oh, you have an open case, so we don't know." So right now, I'm just sitting, waiting patiently on answers to see if I still be able to play this weekend because it is my senior year. Um, and
And it does sound like somebody's trying to destroy your career.
yes, basically.
Um, and so, one of the things that I'm going to be asking our supporters to do is to lend support to you. Um, I know how difficult it is. You're a student and you're just trying to make it. And it seems like every opportunity that you have had to try to make some money or to be a responsible adult is being taken from you. And
Yes.
so what we can do in this moment is, rally around you and support you. Um, when I initially heard about this story, I reached out to so many people. And let me tell you that there are a lot of people in the Kansas City area who are hearing about this story and who are willing to support you. Um, One of the things that I really love about you, Torrance and Janice, is just your spirit. Um, you're going through this situation right now, and I had mentioned briefly about a little girl that, just had a heart transplant. And you asked me for her name. You wanted to get her a card and have the players and the coach sign it. To me, that just shows a sign of your character. And you also talked to me about how hard it is. Watching your mom, as a single mother raise you all, you know how hard it is. And you couldn't imagine what, you know, Candace was going through. That's the mom in this situation. And so to me, that touched my heart that you were even thinking about somebody else while you're going through your own thing. And I just want people to know that that is the kind of heart that you have. Um, I had such a great time coming down, talking to y'all, bringing y'all some barbecue and donuts, and just really getting to know y'all a little bit better. Um, I like for Torrance, you haven't been in the camera. Put your face in the camera for a little bit,
Oh, yes,
uh,
ma'am.
because I'm gonna be editing and sharing some of the videos that we did already. But my takeaway was that you're definitely a leader. Um, both of you, all three of you, to point out the wrongs and not just say, hey, not just complain about it, but actually want to do something about it. And that was one of the things that I took away from you the most, Torrance, because you were like, you know what? I might have a family member who wants to come here and go to school, and it should be their choice. And they shouldn't come to a place that's hostile. They should be coming to a place that's welcoming, because that's where they're going to get their education, right? And can you just talk a little bit about why it's important for us, especially in this moment, to to stand up, to speak out, and to take action when we see these things happening?
Well, like I was saying, like when y'all had came down here to visit, like and talk about that. To me, I feel like some of the things that people, like just with like the football stuff and all of this, like he didn't really go into detail when they told us that he wasn't traveling. When we was in the room and in the meeting room telling us that he wasn't traveling, I left out, which made him leave out. And I told him we finna roll because that right there, because they have no proof of this man doing anything. It's nothing but allegations, and it's only allegations because the police here, like they know that we're gonna be something. We're gonna do something with our lives.
They watch.
You know what I mean? And like it just shows like how here these people just like it's like they try to just divert your plans of making it. And the coaches here, like these folks, like they say they care, they say they know, they say they understand, but you standing with them. If you're not standing with us, you against us, and that's how I feel because when they told her like yesterday, they made us apologize to this man for leaving out the meet, but you didn't give us no true reason of why he wasn't traveling because some people on the board said he got pending charges. That mean everybody. That mean, what if somebody said all 53 of the players on the football team all was robbing people? So if they all got pending, if they all went to jail for 3 weeks, got out, and all had pending charges on them, would they all not play? So that means we wouldn't have a season, right? And and I just want to tell you, through this whole situation, nobody has been standing with this man. No duh, they gave us $500 to get him out or to go to the lawyer. But the lawyer was going to have to do his job any which way because he wanted money. That's all he wants. So they think that they're standing with us just because they're throwing money at the problem. Just like with the Breonna Taylor situation, her family was awarded what, $12 million, but nobody was arrested. No actual justice was made. We don't want any money. Money ain't nothing but paper. We want things to be right.
Right.
That's all we ask for. So you won't look at us and think I'm a criminal just because I'm big, dark, and got dreads. That doesn't mean I'm a criminal. Yeah, or I'm angry, or I'm over aggressive. You know, and I feel like here, like it's like they so stuck, man. In a lot of places, they just stuck in their ways. Because some places in Memphis, they're stuck in their ways. But just like you said, I am a leader because I'm right here. That's why I came to this school. I'm going to stop this. This right here is like this way of thinking, this way of acting. It's going to stop because I have a niece. I have a nephew. I don't want that to be done. I don't want my niece and nephew to have to go through this, or my kids that I'm going to have one day.
Right. And you know what? Just like Breonna Taylor's family, we're going to demand justice because that $12 million, nothing for her life, nothing. And they know it. And they've said it. They've said, okay, we got this money piece out. Now we want the arrest of these officers. And so what we're saying is we want some justice here for Christopher, for the wrongful arrest, for all the heartache that this has caused, for the stress in his senior year. And this is just the beginning because we're going to share this information. We're going to be talking about it. For those of you who are listening, I ask that you share this information. There is a fundraiser that we've started. You donate. We're going to make sure that rent and situations that come up are taken care of with these students. We want them to be fully supported. We want Christopher to be fully supported as he finishes school. I fully intend to be celebrating when he graduates. And as a community, we need to make sure that happens. What is happening right now is not unique. It happens all the time. And most people don't get anybody in their corner to help them tell the story or bring it forward. But just know that this happens all the time.
No.
Right. People fall to the system all the time. They get stuck in jail. They get trapped in jail. And then they spend their time getting out trying to get their life back. And it's so difficult. And so we're not going to let that happen. We're not going to let Christopher's life go all to pieces because somebody with racism and hate in their heart in this little town didn't like that these young men are going to be something and are going to do, and it's doing something with their life.
I like the fact you have substance.
And that you have substance and character and integrity.
Yeah, you have substance.
And that you're working and acting on that. And so
they're in fear of your substance. That's the truth. And that's the reality of it. And because the whole thing is unjust, this whole process is unjust. And it doesn't have to be that way, but because of your substance, and they feel that you will exceed what they're even trying to do, what they're even doing, they're not having that. And you're in this, like I said, you're in this shotgun town. This back in the day oppressive atmosphere.
That's real.
Where you were never meant to be anything but property.
Nothing, and they're showing you that's all you were was property. You're supposed to come here and play and shut up. And because whatever the accusation is, it might be stained on them. I don't know how to articulate on being on the camera. I don't know how to say it.
We gonna leave the cuss words out. He don't know. He don't know how to say that word without cussing. So this is a family show. So we're about to close out though, but I want to give all of you an opportunity to say any final things. It's definitely not the last time people are going to hear from us, but what do you want people to know today?
I want them to know that injustice has to stop. Like everything, just because like he said earlier, just because we're a big black man doesn't mean that we're angry. Doesn't mean that we're aggressive. It doesn't mean that we steal. It doesn't mean that we're gonna go kill someone. Like
But
we're
this,
normal.
this the problem with that though, is that you can be angry. You can't. I mean, all these things they say you can be. It is your right to do that.
Yes, it is.
So the fact that they're trying to tell you how to be is a problem. Sorry.
And I do want to say something about, we've talked about aggressiveness. They've always want Black people to be humble and meek and
Forgiving.
stay in your place and forgiving. And
That's how religion came in.
when you all are out there on the football and you're doing your thing and you're being aggressive,
Yeah.
then you're told, hey, or that's okay then, but not now. It's just really controlling and policing your behavior and how you act. And, none of it's right. So I do want to say that because we talked about aggressiveness a couple of times. And I just want to say that all aggression isn't wrong. I'm aggressive as
It's
heck.
okay. It's okay.
Thank you.
And we don't have to apologize for that. We got to start being unapologetically ourselves. So yeah, I cut y'all off too.
Sorry.
But
Janice, did you want to say anything because you've been supporting and caring a lot and doing a lot?
Basically, I just want people to know that how this town is and the police that work here and everything like that, they're wrong. Their mindset is wrong. Everything about it, the way they go about their job is, and something needs to be done, and something will be getting done about it. And even when I went and talked to the school and stuff, the school that he goes to, that we all go to, they're supposed to support us. The president help. The president, he was really close with the judge that he could talk to the judge and see what's going on. He came back and told me, well, the people I talked to, they think they have, a really strong case at hand. No, they don't. They have no evidence in this that you're supposed to be supporting. I just don't understand that at all. And then for the athletic director and the board of the school to tell him he can't play, even the whole point of him being on this ankle monitor was so he could travel and play and participate in his senior year. Like, where's the support from the school? Because it's not here. You guys preach all over your website that you care about the students. You stand for the students. He's a student, so where's the support? Because it's not here. And if we can't get you, then come to, because that's is the school. That's it. So
Right.
that's what I have to say. That's my viewpoint on it.
Thank you for that. Many times coaches are like dads, uncles, somebody you trust. And when that person is looking at you and literally not trusting you, it's gotta be a really hurtful thing. So, Christopher, we love you, we support you, and more importantly, we believe you. Bottom line, we believe you.
thank you. Thank
I-
you.
I know people been playing games the whole time, right? I know you get looks on campus like, but did you though? But we believe you, and we support you, and we're going to continue to. So I'll ask you, keep on keeping on. Keep your head up. Oh, remember this guy?
Hello.
What's up?
So we're all here rooting for you. The fundraiser is going up. Please share the fundraiser. We're going to be asking people to do certain things in the community to help support. And if there is something that you want to do, as if something has been placed upon your heart to do for these students, for Christopher, please private message us on Real Justice Network page, or y'all know me. Send me a message on my page, Justice Gatson. We appreciate you tuning in today. Share this story and help us support Christopher. All right, I think that's it. You all have a wonderful morning, and we'll be in touch.
You too.
You too. Thank you.
You. See you.
Bye bye.